television and film. How do I get work? So for bridal, normally somebody calls you. Hey, I have a wedding. Are you available? Can you do that? For film, you either get a phone call or you get an email, or now you even get a text message from a random phone number that you've never heard of before, from a person that is stranger danger in your mind, that says, hey, somebody gave me your phone number. Sometimes they tell you the person that gave it to you, 99.9% of the time they don't. They ask you if you're available. They're offering you a significant amount of money, or they're offering you money to go to a location you never heard of, and they want all this information from you. They need to have your phone number and your email address, all right? So, can feel really scary if you've never done this before. All right, I have friends that say, I don't know how you do that job, because people call you all the time from all kinds of places, and you pick up the phone and you're so cheerful, and next thing you know, you have a house because you got a check. So it is one of those things where your reputation is super important, and that you want to make sure that you put out to the world that I'm working in television and film. You're going to intern on some things so you can get your set etiquette and get those things together, and also start building relationships. You want to build relationships with the hair people. You want to build relationships with fellow makeup people. You want to build relationships with your producers, with the actors, with wardrobe people, with everybody on set that you possibly can think of that can help you out. Now, it's great to work with the camera person or the DP or the grips and the electrics. They're beautiful people, but they're normally not the people that are going to offer the job for you. They're going to give their department another job. But wardrobe normally works together with hair and makeup. Hair normally works with makeup. Makeup normally works with the actor. So you want to, be conscious of what you're putting out to the world. So you'll get a phone call or an email. For union or non-union films, or for a commercial, it's all the same process. And they'll ask you if your availability. I got a phone call yesterday from a phone number in Georgia that came up, right? That it was like, hi, told me their name and said, your name came to me recommended. Didn't tell me who the person's name came from. Asked me if I was available for these particular dates. This was the particular rate. And said, hey, can you give us our email address? I said, yes. Less than 2 minutes later, I got an email from that person that said, hey, thank you for your time and this is the job. These are the dates you're available. This is the rate. Are you okay with it? Emailed the person back, I had a phone call back, and now I got booked for that job. So it feels a little bit skeptical, but just know that is how our industry works, okay? But you really want to be smart in it, and if you can finally maybe have somebody that's a mentor or somebody that knows anything about this industry when you first start, maybe have a phone call with them first. The only reason why I'm saying that is because scamming is happening now as well, where people are being, kind of catfished into things, because this is an industry where phone numbers go out and emails come from weird places. So if it doesn't feel good to you, trust your gut, okay? Trust your gut. Freelancing and working in television and film, you gotta trust your gut a lot, okay? So if it feels kind of funky and it feels kind of shady, ask funky questions and ask shady questions. If they can't answer them the right way, then move on. If they say, I know why you're asking me that, then that's a legitimate person, and they're gonna have the conversation with you. They probably will laugh a little bit and be like, yes, I do have a company. Yes, I do have a website. Yes, you can look into me just like I'm looking into you, okay? And the stuff is gonna be legitimate, all right? So you get the phone call, you go to they give you, the call time, you go to the location, you do the job, you don't get paid that day. So for bridal, you normally get paid that day, right? Or if you got it set up, you got paid the day before or the week before is how you set it up. Television and film and commercial, you don't get paid that day. You get paid off of invoice or off of your time cards, okay? So depending on the production, you can get paid a net 30 days, means that you get paid after 30 days. The invoice has 30 days for it to start to be processed, and then it's processed at 30 days. So that means you may not get a paycheck for 45 days, but my bill is due on Friday. Then freelancing and television and film, you gotta also learn how to budget, all right? Sometimes you can get paid in 2 weeks. So that means that you did the job, they have 1 week for it to go through payroll, and then your check or your direct deposit, depends on how it's set up, will be in 2 weeks. So normally standard is 2 to 3 weeks, all right, okay? If it's longer than 2 to 3 weeks, then just send a little email or send a little text message out and say, hey, lovely working with you. Just wanted to touch base with you and see, where my payment is at. That is not disrespectful in this industry, so do not feel bad about that, because you did the service and you want to get paid for the service. Many a times I saw my commercial on TV and I still didn't have a check for it yet. Burns my soul, but that's just how this industry works sometimes. Or the album is out and everybody is loving it and the album cover looks amazing and I'm still waiting for my money to come for the album cover that everybody loves. So some companies is 2 weeks, some companies is 30 days, some companies is 60 days, some companies is 90 days. 90 days for them to start your payment. So it means it could take up to 100 or 105 days for you to actually get a check. So if you're a freelancer, not only do you have to budget, you also have to understand where your money is coming from. So union films or union commercials or union things, taxes come out of them. Remember how I said you're covered with a lot of other stuff? So taxes are going to come out of that as well. So if your check is $600, that's how much they say they're going to pay you, and you get a kit fee, and we'll talk about a kit fee. So your kit fee is $50. So you really made $650. You're not going to get a check for $650. You're going to get a check for whatever the taxes is that you took it out of. It's for a less amount of money, kind of like a quote unquote, as a lot of people say, regular job. I think I have a regular job, but a regular job. For non-union films, you get $650 and taxes are not going to be taken out of it, unlike that union film where taxes are going to be taken out of. So you need to let the federal government know that that money, that you had made that money that year. If you don't let them know that, then what's going to happen is at the end of the year, you may have to pay penalties for it, you may not get a refund check, or you may have to pay more than $650 because you didn't tell them that. So you want to really keep in mind what you're doing, how you're doing it, and have a check and balance of it. Because you can work union jobs and non-union jobs at the same time. I do it all day, every day, all right? But you want to make sure that you know, have your check and balances at the end of the year. One of the things that my mentor told me when I first started in television and film was get yourself a great tax person. If you pay nothing else, pay for them. Because we work in an industry where at the end of the year, you're not going to get a magical, one W-4 form and you take it to a company and you have a refund check in 24 hours and you keep it going. You normally have a stack of tax forms. Last year I think I had 45 tax forms, okay? And you have to have somebody go through them, and then you have write-offs. So I'm off subject, I'm talking about taxes, but it's super important when you're a freelance makeup artist. Because I want you to get all your dollars and your cents, honey, because if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. So